your brighter side. Cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can have the throne, I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
Well, it's time to say goodbye to 2020.
And while it's been a challenging year, I'm very happy that the Lakers got a title out of it.
Yeah, we're all so happy for you, Chris. Moving on, tip off 2021 with us right here on 2K TV because a new episode is dropping on January 1st.
Don't miss it. Be safe and have a happy holidays, everybody.
Happy New Year!
UK Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Our broadcast location today. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Phoenix. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And checking out Utah, a half game back.
And seeing where Utah is, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top high school players. G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim said, "I don't think so. This is an opportunity for unique talents, a select group that are tracking toward the NBA. It's a different model from college. Guys, we'll see how this works out in the years to come."
DA, thanks a lot. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
Jay Crowder often stays out on the perimeter but sees the opening and quickly takes advantage.
Knocked away. Bridges with the steal. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Good work defensively by Conley. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
First free throw is good.
High character kid, well spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board.
Both good from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Paul for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And over the years, Chris has really honed in on making the three-point shot. Understands how important it is.
Now here's Conley. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Hands it from downtown.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovich. Mitchell against Booker. With the teardrop, and Conley lays it in. Conley's got his second bucket of the night.
Really no answer for Mike Conley when he's handling the rock like that. What a performer.
A nice shot by Booker.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And here is Conley after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Releases. And it's Mitchell missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Jazz have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Conley the pass to Gobert. Got a piece of it. Now Mitchell for 3. And the Jazz another 3.
You watch Mitchell's shot. The mechanics, the footwork, the elevation, all working in harmony.
The shot by Paul, no good.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Conley kicks to Gobert. This one for 3. And that one is off. And Phoenix the other way now. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
Here's Ayton, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And that's going to happen. Paul recognizes the imbalance in the defense, delivers a perfect pass.
Crowder against Bogdanovich. Bridges with the steal. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got his second basket.
Plays with a high motor. Crowder knows only one way to play, and that's in fifth gear.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Mitchell looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz with another miss. Phoenix leading by 7. Ayton attacking. And there it is for him.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Free throw drops for Ayton. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we'd love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
Season never really ends.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Rudy Gobert is second.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Here's Conley. He has 5. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Booker. Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And when Gobert cuts like that, it's over for the defense. For a big man, his mobility is unreal.
The shot by Paul, no good. Jazz trail by 8. Conley with it. Chris Paul covering. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Passes it to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. Conley's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bridges shot, good.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Conley. In the corner, O'Neal with it. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Paul outside. Finished off the break. Paul's got 8.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys work back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Good on the bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Jazz trail by 14 and stolen by Booker over O'Neal. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 7 points in the game.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
On the wing, Mitchell. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Here's Paul. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Conley. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA, one of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner. And in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
And the Jazz with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Clarkson in for O'Neal. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Damian Jones is checked in for 8. Saric comes in for Jay Crowder. Johnson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Paul. Jazz trail by 14. Now Conley. 10 points for him. Pass to Favors. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
The D can be right in the face of Favors, but it does not affect him in the slightest. A motivated player who is very effective close to the basket.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Now, here's Mitchell. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And getting traded from Utah to New Orleans last year, Favors became a grounding force for a very young Pelicans team.
Yeah, and Derek Favors knows what it's like to be that rookie coming in, having a lot of physical ability and facing high expectations. He did a great job, in my opinion, providing veteran leadership. And personally, he had one of his more productive years overall.
No good on the free throw.
You know, the shooting ability of Derek Favors combined with his size makes him a hard matchup for most defenses.
George Niang, he's checked in for Utah. He hits the second from the line. Suns leading by 13. Here's Payne. Offensive rebound. Saric, that's good.
And the anticipation of Saric, outstanding at staying engaged and just eating up those rebounds.
And here is Mitchell. 7 points in the game. Pass to Ingles. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Jazz trail by 15. Here's Mitchell. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Mitchell's got his third basket of the night right there.
Boy, how valuable is Donovan Mitchell. Having him in the fold sets up this team moving forward.
Utah has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Mitchell with it, now guarded by Booker. Mitchell dishes to Clarkson. Favors passes to Clarkson. And Jones pulls it down. Suns leading by 15. Here's Booker. And he drops it in from the low post. Booker's got 9 points.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Mitchell wide open. And the call will be against George Niang. That's his first foul. And it's Jones with the ball for the Suns. Booker outside. Here's Saric. Count it. Saric has got his second basket of the night.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Now, here's Ingles. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Johnson. Finished off the break. And the Suns lead by 21.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. Jones, that's for 2, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
And the Jazz call time here.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
And Galloway's checked in for Phoenix. Carter comes in for Cameron Payne.
And checking out the numbers for Ingles. Last season's performance for him. He averaged about 10 points a game last year. 5 assists and 4 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals. Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far.
He can get that shot anytime he wants because of his ability to blow by you. Donovan gets you on your heels, and he stops and pops.
Last season, Damian Jones getting ample chances to show what he could do. Not a huge quantity guy, but, boy, he made the most of his touches.
You know, Damian Jones, he makes about 2/3 of his shots for his career. He knows what it's about, and that's finishing at the rim. A bit of an old-school center in that regard. He lives at the rim on both ends.
The first free throw is good. And so Jones nails both of them. 1:06 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the pass to Clarkson. And it's off from three-point range. Phoenix leading by 23. And the shot goes in.
A good mid-range shooter. Galloway just taking what the defense allows.
Utah shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Mitchell kicks to Favors. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Back to Favors. A second chance effort. Plenty of space. He squares up and sinks it.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. The shot's good from Carter.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Count that bucket.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Mitchell against Carter. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
Shot from the wing. That one a little long. And so it's Phoenix riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We come back right after this. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3 had this to say.
The guys on the team already tell me I talk too much a lot. You know, I'm constantly talking on the court. I'm a communicator, and I feel like it's hard to go wrong when you're communicating.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Johnson and Saric are the 3 and the 4. Then there's Carter. Then it's Jones. And it's Galloway in at the 2-guard spot. And the Jazz making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader, because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell after Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David.
What I like about Langston Galloway, he gets to his spot and he finishes plays.
Outside Favors. Clarkson up top. He had 16 points in the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. On the wing, Ingles. Defended by Jones. Ingles passes to Favors. Over Johnson. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Phoenix calls timeout.
All right, fans, I want everyone here in the arena to get on up out of your seats and make some noise for your Jazz dancers.
And the Jazz with some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. O'Neal comes in for Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Donovan Mitchell. And the Suns here with a different look. Ayton, he's checked in for Jones. Crowder comes in for Saric. Bridges, he's checked in for Johnson. And Paul's subbed in for Carter. Here's O'Neal. Following the basket by Chris Paul. Outside Conley. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And Mike Conley can do this now. He can play off the ball and punish the defense for giving him space.
Galloway with the bucket. Conley with it. He's got 12. Passes it to Gobert. And here is O'Neal. Kicks it to Conley. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got 14 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Paul. The shot comes out. The Jazz go the other way with it. Three-pointer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Devin Booker is second, Chris Paul fourth.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
That free throw good from Galloway.
After going undrafted, Langston Galloway in 2015, he was named to the All-Rookie Second Team. It's a terrific story.
Galloway hits both of them. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Wasted no time on that one. He's got 14.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. From downtown, that's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Puts it up from 17. Galloway, no good. Jazz trail by 21. Here's O'Neal. They get it back, and the basket is good. Conley's got 9 points in the quarter.
Calling his own number all night long. Conley can beat you in a variety of ways.
Here's Galloway, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Here's Gobert, following the score by Phoenix, and the dunk by O'Neal.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
The shot's good. Paul's got 16 points.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Now here is Conley. He's got 19. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Lets the 3 fly. Bridges with the board.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Over Conley. Here's Ayton. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's O'Neal. Good work defensively by Crowder. Suns leading by 21. Here's Bridges. Gobert with the block. Wow, hammering it in. Here's Conley.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Crowder. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Utah has gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Inside. And it's Conley that time on the assist by O'Neal. Conley's got 21 in the game.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Some is in 50s and sometimes it does. I put that on everything that I love. Need it done. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Cha-cha-cha-ching, not that money machine. I went to the doc, I called that gang. He say money ain't.
George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Cameron Payne comes in for Chris Paul. And here's Ayton, he'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Payne, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Payne's got 8 points. Utah's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. O'Neal inside, defended by Booker.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Payne can't hit. And for the Jazz, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's Niang, defended by Bridges. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. Suns leading by 23. Goes up on the wing. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Payne's got 4 points this quarter. And here's Utah. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now Conley. 21 points in the game. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Hits it from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Bridges has gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. And that one drops.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Fires from the wing. No good from Booker.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Took him no time at all on that one. 11 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. And Utah, another 3.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Offensive rebound. Here's Ayton. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Jazz trail by 21. Here's Niang. 7 points in the game. Feeds it to Bogdanovich. And it's denied. The drive by Booker. It's good. Booker's got 11.
And how about the energy on the take from Booker? The defense looking helpless to stop him.
And the Jazz call time here. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And the Jazz with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for George Niang. Jordan Clarkson comes in for O'Neal. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Mike Conley. And for the Suns, Damian Jones is checked in for Ayton. And it's Johnson in for Jay Crowder. Phoenix leading by 23. Here's Booker. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
The quick, clean shot there from Booker. Strong mechanics give him great accuracy.
Clarkson against Booker. Launches a 3, and that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Suns have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. And the first one drops.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
Both free throws good from Booker. .124 left to play in the first half. Jazz shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And stolen by Payne. 2 points. That one goes.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
Clarkson against Booker. Now, here's Clarkson, guarded closely. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Rudy Gobert is second.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
For Utah, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
First one falls for him.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
And he can't hit the second. Phoenix has gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. And the dunk by Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
40 seconds left to play here in the half. There's the pass to Favors. Here's Mitchell. The three-pointer, no good. Phoenix controlling this game. Here's Johnson. Goes back up. Payne can't hit.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
A clear look for Mitchell. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Booker. 2 on the clock, and it's Jones laying it in. Jones has got 8.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor, so they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 1 block. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
Shaq, what's your take on Utah so far?
They didn't show enough toughness in the paint on D. When you get dominated in the post, it sets a bad tone. You always want to win that physical battle in the area. Otherwise, you wind up with a score like this. I don't believe I'm watching this.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit, gave this offense a different dimension.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in its center. That's the group right now for Utah.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Utah shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. And it's Mitchell missing. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
And he makes that one. Gobert's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
To the middle. Rejected by Crowder.
Jay Crowder didn't give up on the play, tracking the ball, blocking the shot. His coach appreciates the hustle.
Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Mitchell's shot is good. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Paul's got 18 points in the game.
Tough to deal with CP3, an airtight handle and the body control to stop on a dime and knock it down.
And stolen by Booker. Bridges with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. To the inside. Gobert finds Mitchell, and the shot is good. Mitchell's got 6 in the quarter.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
And ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Now here's Conley. He's got 21. Rejected by Crowder. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 9. in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Booker. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And this coaching staff in love with Booker's ability to create his own shot. It's a part of his game that's come a long way.
Here's Conley. Down low. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Back to O'Neal. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bridges has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
And the shot goes in.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Ayton, no good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. For Utah, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Booker. 18 feet out. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 10 points in just the second half.
Coach doing a great job of putting Mitchell in pick-and-roll situations. For a young player, he makes good decisions.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Ball's knocked loose. Crowder with the steal. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Jay Crowder gets it. He's applying pressure on the offensive end, and he beats them with the pass.
And here is Conley. Passes to O'Neal. Here's Bogdanovich. He kicks it to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
Pulls up on the wing. Here's Ayton. The rebound by Mitchell. For Utah, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work.
What I love about Conley, he always gives this team exactly what it needs. This time, finishing in transition.
Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. To the middle. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by O'Neal. O'Neal's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. For 3, Booker. That one doesn't drop. The Jazz go the other way with it. Lets a floater go. Conley's shot is off. Phoenix has gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. From the wing. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Mitchell. Kept alive. Gobert. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Gobert's got 10 points.
He has a standing reach of 9'7". Gobert making that play look routine.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. Pass to Gobert. Now, here is O'Neal. Here's Bogdanovich. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
No good from Booker. And for the Jazz, they're shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Mitchell's shot is good.
Well, when it comes to carrying an offense, few young players do it as well as Donovan Mitchell.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Conley with it. He's got 23. Outside, Bogdanovich. Misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And that one is good.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
to the inside. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Ayton. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly...
Oh!
Yes! Yes! I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
Bridges shot. Good.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Conley kicks to O'Neal. Bogdanovich passes to O'Neal. Nice spin off the left rim and in. O'Neal's got 13.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The drive by Booker. That one goes in.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
Utah's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
That's the result of hard work. Mitchell just gets better and better off the bounce.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Rebounded by the Jazz. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds in this game. Over to the wing. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gobert's got 10 points in just the second half.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. George Niang comes in for Bogdanovich. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And for the Suns, Sharch checked in for Jay Crowder. Etuan Moore comes in for Bridges. And it's Carter in for Booker. Here's Mitchell, following the basket by Chris Paul. And Favors kicks to Clarkson. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
You've got to trust your receiver to go get that pass. Did you see Donovan Mitchell catch and finish in the same motion?
And that one's good, Ayton.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
1:30 left in the third. Now, here's Clarkson. 8 points for him. Pass to Mitchell. Over Paul. Here's Favors. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Ayton.
When Favors has the rock near the basket, the defense is on edge. They have no choice sometimes but to get physical with him from that range.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. The first one falls. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Phoenix has gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Here's Carter. Second shot opportunity. Here's Ayton. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Ayton's got 10 points in just the second half. Here's Favors. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 7th assist here tonight. The Sun shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Shot on the wing. Paul's shot is off. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Here's Mitchell. Favors trying to break free. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 38 points.
From there, Mitchell's a legitimate scoring threat. Has a mix of creative finishes once he gets near the rim.
Count that one.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Carter with the bucket.
And if you're a teammate of Chris Paul's, you've always got to be ready to catch the pass.
Mitchell with it. Chris Paul covering. The pass to Clarkson. Here's Niang, defended by Carter. Niang passes to Favors. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Buries the long-range jumper. Clarkson's got 11 points.
Well, you know Donovan Mitchell is a 2-guard, but he can play a little bit of one. He also can create shots for others.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We'll return shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Jones is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Carter. Then it's Payne, and it's Galloway in at the 3 spot. To the paint. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And this is a guy who gets it done with instincts and skill. Niang is starting to carve out a nice niche for himself.
And to add to that, you look at the last 2 years, he's pretty much doubled his playing time. Maybe not the biggest and most athletic guy, but George Niang typically makes the right basketball play. There's always room for someone like that on your team.
And it's been said that history is written by the victors. It certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. Here's Oni, and it's good, 2 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And good that time.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first foul. And the Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Here is Favors. He dishes it to Ingles. Looking for Conley. He gets it there. Payne grabs the board.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. That's tipped.
And you can't be careless around Sarge. When he's on you, he is looking to send that one back.
Here's Galloway, and it falls over the rim and in.
It's easy to tell that he is most comfortable pulling up from that area on the floor.
The wide open look here for Ingles. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
The silent assassin, Ingles, continues to do his job and does it at a high level.
Galloway, no good. Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Clarkson passes to Conley. Now Ingles. Back to Conley. Fires the three. And Utah another three.
Continuing from where he left off. First three-pointer of this half, fourth of the game.
Here's Carter. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Pass to Clarkson. All alone. And Utah again with the bucket.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
In the corner, it's Clarkson. Offline with his three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lets it go from the wing, and it's good off the back rim and in. Carter's got 6 points in the quarter. The Jazz have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Clarkson bounce pass. And no good on the shot, trying to follow through after the contact, but he'll shoot 2 at the line instead. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. The Suns making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in. That one misses. The Suns have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. And yes, it's good.
Terrific night for Langston Galloway. He can put up points. Second all-time leader scorer at his university.
Clarkson passes to Morgan. Here's Harrison, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Harrison passes to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Favors using his imposing frame to rock the rim.
Carter inside the three-point line, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. The Jazz have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Clarkson on the wing, from outside the arc, trains the three-pointer. Clarkson's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
They grabbed their own miss, Saric, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
Pass to Morgan, uncovered. He can't get it to go. And Phoenix the other way now. Here's Galloway. Misses the wing J. Utah's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Harrison. They get it back. And Derek Favors with the slam.
You love the effort of Favors on the glass. He's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
Phoenix calls timeout. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Both teams deciding to change it up. Suns leading by 22. Here's Paul. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Paul's got 10 points in just the second half. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Conley's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Utah.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Paul, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
And when you look at Chris, not the biggest guy, but very hard to block his shot. Doesn't allow the defender to time him out.
They get a hand on it. Bridges with the steal. And they're pushing it up. And the dunk by Booker.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, right to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Now the dish to Conley. Kicks it to Clarkson. Here's Gobert. Here's Favors, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Here's Paul. Another one falls for Phoenix.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
And the Jazz call time here. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection
as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Utah has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Here's the floater, and it's finished off inside by Conley. Conley's got 10 points here in the second half. Near the three-point line, it's Booker, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find the open man.
Conley, the pass to Niang. Harrison kicks to Conley. Back to Harrison. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Harrison's got 4 points this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The Jazz shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And the Jazz with possession here. Here's Conley, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
You know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Conley. He kicks it to Mitchell. Clock at 6. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Nice play by Donovan Mitchell. You love a guard who can take it up strong, take the bump, and still convert.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Suns leading by 19 points. Here's Moore. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
Not a volume mid-range shooter. Each one does a nice job of just taking what the defense allows.
Conley feeling it out. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton with it. Now defended by Mitchell. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Booker against Mitchell. Pass to Ingles. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 9th assist in the game now. Here's Booker. Another one falls for Phoenix.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. Great communication on the alley-oop.
His role is primarily defense, but you like to see Gobert getting involved with his scoring.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And he overshot that one, missing. Jazz trail by 21. Here's Mitchell. And again, it's Utah. Here's Moore. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Here's Ayton. Here's Johnson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Suns.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Devin Booker.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Great open look there.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Controlling the glass helps them maximize their number of possessions. He's done everything he can do to help them in that area. That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And the Suns call time here. They're ahead by 12. 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Moore, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Langston Galloway.
Here's Harrison. Now the pass to Mitchell. From deep three-point range, no good. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.